Giorgio Visioli has a comment basically talk about with the sparring he had recently with Curmel Moton, one of the elite young prospects right now coming out of America, and Giorgio's coming out of the UK, and he had some comments about the sparring he had recently with Curmel Moton, and he was talking about how Eddie Hearn had said that he smashed him as far as in the sparring, and then he goes on to say that Eddie Hearn didn't see the sparring footage. So this is something I guess he told Eddie Hearn, and then he said this before he showed the video, and then he showed Eddie Hearn the video and everything else. As far as the sparring, and people will say, well, it's just sparring, but you got to realize the last 10 years, this dude has been seeing people like Tank and Tiafimo and all other people post sparring clips of them getting the best of people, and basically using that as promotion. And a lot of fans are actually more intrigued by guys sparring than actual matchups that happens in fights. We've probably talked about Devin Haney versus Tank sparring video longer than we've talked about Rolly versus Ryan, the actual fight they had. And people will say, well, sparring doesn't mean anything. Well, when the actual fights happen, they're not really discussed like sparring is. So to most fans, yeah, they would say that, but the energy from what I've seen, sparring videos get millions and millions of views. So you can say that, but the human behavior shows that sparring videos are the most important things to a lot of fans these days. And that's where a lot of hype come from, and a lot of stories and everything else come from. And, oh, he beat this guy up in sparring and everything else. But Giorgio says he has the footage of this. And, people will probably look at this and say, he's clout chasing. Yeah, everybody clout chases, though. And also, this has become normal. This has become a thing. So for him to discuss sparring, it's not really something that's abnormal. Ja Patai's name came up when they mentioned sparring between him and Fury, about how he was looking bad. He had no comment really on that. This is just a guy who's commenting on a sparring match that he said before. It's no different from when Tank was saying that he basically was destroying Devin Haney in sparring, and he cracked them and everything else. And it's no different. I think this guy doing the same thing. It's actually a good strategy because it has me talking about him right now. But also, this is a warning. I've said this before. There's a lot of people that's going to come out and say, oh, well, I don't like guys using other people's name for sparring. It's just for sparring. This has become the norm now. In this generation, it's became normal. And, a lot of media outlets have put out certain sparring videos without even guys' permission. So this is not the worst thing. The sparring video is not even out yet. He's just talking about it. But we've seen people put out sparring videos without even asking people or permission. So a lot of weird things that go on. But yeah, this makes sense as far as, he needs some kind of momentum and he needs something to talk about. They asked him about the sparring. It actually happened. He wanted to get in the ring with him, test himself against one of the best elite prospects, and feel like he held his end of the bargain. He did well enough to actually brag about putting the video out. So we'll see. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.